Hi everyone, this is Lady T with your Sagittarius Shadow and Magic reading for August 2022. Before I get started, I want to say thank you for any kind of support on any platform, YouTube, TikTok, podcasts, it doesn't matter. I try to give readings that are insightful and to help you because this energy around lately, ever since the full moon hit last week, I mean, on Thursday, I was ready to quit my job and I've been there for 12 years. Um, when I say I was ready to quit, I mean overwhelmed, anxious, like a ticking time bomb is what I felt like. So if you're going through that right now, I totally empathize with you because it's real. But let's go ahead and get started. Again, thank you. And let's start off with your Shadow Tarot message. Then we're going to the Shadow Oracle here, and both of those are by KJ Beck 1111. They can be found on Etsy, as well as the Shadow Work Oracle deck by Total Divine. And then here we're going to look at the magic aspect with the Evil Eye deck from King of Aloha. And I saw this on a reading from Saving Grace 999. I love her realness, and I just think she's a cool person. And I saw these cards, and I looked high and low. These are on magic.com. And so we'll talk about that when we get there. Let's start off with your center energy here. We have the world. So normally the world is like a good card, right? It's like, hey, you got the world, before you kind of thing. And so usually a good thing. And it's usually about, cycles closing out and that kind of stuff. But here on the shadow aspect, feeling stagnation, cutting corners. So are you taking too many shortcuts and really not doing things in the right way that you normally would? And then back to the drawing board. So really, perhaps having to start all over, and that's hard. It really is. But as we get into this new beginning that we're all going through with all of these different planetary alignments, we're all going to sort of be starting from ground zero again, right? Because we're all going through karma, whether it's good or bad karma for decisions and choices we've made, kind of thing, right? But you still are starting over because cycles have closed, right? So here we have what's crowning you is the Page of Wands. So are you are you a gossiper? Are you spreading rumors? Are you receiving unwelcome news or giving unwelcome news? So again, this reading can be for you or for someone else to you. So really, and what does gossip do, right? Especially if you're going to talk about somebody, if you don't, and back to that old saying, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And you'll understand why I'm saying that in a little bit. We've got Queen of Cups here, which is the person who's so loving. She gives the whole cup. She gives all of her energy. She's in it 100. But when you're in the shadow, you're insecure, you're codependent, and you are ignoring your intuition. So again, you're not letting spirit guide you at this time is what I'm getting. And you're feeling very insecure. You're feeling like you can't make it without somebody else helping you, kind of situation, to the point of codependence. Next we have the Ace of Wands, which is usually a brand new beginning, right? But this is hindered, so you're feeling like you can't have this new beginning. You're feeling lost, and then you're focused on the negative. So very low vibe, right? And perhaps perpetuating negative in your life by doing that. Then you've got the Magician, which is, hey, I've got everything I need. But in the shadow aspect, it's all about manipulation. And manipulation is usually because we don't feel like we have control. A lack of confidence. So that's all about you not feeling confident. And then you're not even communicating correctly because you're feeling like at this time you can't communicate clearly. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we're getting. We're feeling, you remember that overwhelmed feeling I told you I had on Thursday, so I'm sure others are going through it. I'm not the only one. So really letting go, is really what's being asked of you at this time. Again, comfort zone and settling. Or settle. So we've been in North Node in Taurus for quite some time, and that's all about you getting out of your comfort zone and moving forward, even if you don't know what to do. And it's about not settling. So where are you settling in your life is the question there. Where are you staying that you don't need to be staying? whatever that situation may be. And then you got mind games and illusion going on. Are you in illusion about the situation you're in? Are you putting out an illusion for others? Because to me, that talks about masks too. You know, what mask are you wearing? What kind of role are you playing, or what kind of role is someone playing in your life? So really taking a look at that. And then we have the tide and uncertainty. You know, you can't control the tide. And so, you know, it's just like, you know, the uncertainty that you're feeling now is because it's unknown to you. You know, you don't know which way to proceed, how to move. And usually when you're in that state, you just take one step at a time. You don't have to rush. You don't have to go fast, you know, but you do need to move. Because the tide comes in for everybody. And if you're in the tide when it comes in, it's going to roll you over. So you got to learn to go with the flow. So here we have independent free will. So you want to be independent because remember we have the codependence card over here. So you want to be independent. You want to use your free will, but right now you're feeling like you can't for some reason. We have ghost and vanish. So have you ghosted and vanished in a situation that maybe you were supposed to show up in? Those are questions for you to ask. And then you've got authenticity and instincts, which to me is about being your true self, but it's also about following your intuition with those instincts, and getting back in line with your spirit relationship. So having a deepened relationship with spirit at this time is what I'm getting to. And then we have the bull and we have honor. So are you being bullheaded about about a situation? Are you being stubborn? Are you standing there, standing on your honor when you could be wrong? And again, that's about ego. So really looking at your ego at this time. So we have the first card, which is a shadow oracle message. Selfish. You are wrapped in your own desires. Try looking at and caring about the needs of others. So really, one of the best ways to get out of being, you know, selfish is really to do service for others. I mean, whether that's through, you know, your church, that's through, you know, the various programs there, but really stepping out of you and giving to others and being so appreciative of what you have. All of the, you know, having an attitude of gratitude really does work when it comes to really being humble and being grateful for what you have. You've also got the victim here. Victim mentality. The universe wants what's best for you, not the worst. Change your perspective. So victim mentality also is about perhaps thinking that things are happening to you instead of for you. When we're in the shadow, oh man, we are mad at spirit. We're thinking, you know what, you were supposed to have my back. You didn't help me, you didn't protect me, you didn't do you. And we're blaming, we're playing victim, we're a pity party, all that kind of stuff. But when we really step out of that and we take ownership for our life and the decisions we make and we stand in our power again, we can see, you know, our part in it, right? We've got inconsistent. Think about your thoughts, actions, and routines. Um, um, think about if your thoughts, actions, and routines are inconsistent. Does it serve you well on a daily basis? So really bringing some consistency to your life, some more discipline, putting some routines in place that you follow, whether you feel like it or not, that kind of thing, right? Being more consistent, showing up for yourself. And then we got quarrelsome. Does this action fulfill an emotional need for you? Does it make you feel powerful? Is it a bad habit or needs to stop? You know, because when you're feeling bad, you know, we have a tendency to pick fights with people because we just want to stir up some shit. And you know, we really don't want to, you know, when we're in our high vibe, that's the last thing we want to do. We want peace, we want joy, we want all that good stuff. But when we're low vibing, we will stir up some shit. Just do it, okay, to make ourselves feel better, and to possibly project on others the shit we're dealing with that we don't want to deal with, right? So just keep that in mind. So then we got greed. You are too attached to things in an excessive way. Nothing good comes of it. So usually that's about trying to sort of like, you know, what's coming to mind on that? Um, Sort of bring comfort to yourself by material things is what I'm getting there. So when you're feeling low, you go and spend money. You know, you shop or you overindulge in some way is what I'm getting there. And then also attitude of gratitude. Are you grateful for what you have? So just ask yourself that. Unworthy. Think deeply and ask yourself why you are not worthy of the situation at hand. So maybe something good is trying to come into your life, but because you are, you know, lacking confidence, lacking, the things that you need within yourself, maybe you're not allowing that thing to come in. And you can put off things. You can stop your blessings. You can do all that just by the way you are. You can block your own blessings, so really taking a look at that so you can step out of that and really call in the things that because you're aligned to it now, your energy is aligned to the thing that you're asking for. Suspiciousness is a quality of distrust and disbelief. Give yourself reasons why you feel this, and really honestly stepping into what's going on here. What are you suspicious about? And to me, that is really about your relationship with spirit. I believe in spirit, and I'm not a religious person. I am a spiritual person. I've been to church. I know the Bible, all that kind of stuff, and I don't knock anything. All I'm saying to you is that when you have a relationship with spirit, because we all fundamentally believe that there is something bigger than us. Let's just leave it at that. So if we believe that, then the relationship that we have with that, right, is something that we need to work on, because that's where a whole lot of our disbelief and distrust comes from, because we don't have a solid foundation with that. So that's what I'm going to say about that. Now, the other thing too is fearful. A learned behavior that can be unlearned. Also, a low vibrating feeling that creates limitations for you and your future happiness. So again, another block. Your fear is blocking you from doing the thing, taking the chance, feeling worthy about yourself, feeling self-confident, so many things. And fear loves to feed on itself. It's almost like a self-generating, growing bigger kind of thing the more energy you give it. So I want to impart this to you, because I said this to the previous sign, which I think was Aries. Um, so maybe you have Aries in your chart, because you do have some of the similar cards, not all, but some of them. And what I said to them was, I was watching YouTube, because I watch a lot of different readers. I like to get different kinds of messages. And so I do watch a person called Attract Passion that's on YouTube, who's an artist. And so he creates paintings and he gives you messages during that. And I want to say it was him. And if I get it wrong, I'm sorry. But I did watch somebody and I thought it was him. And he was talking about how fear and excitement are the same feeling in the body. And so I bring that to you only as, take a look at that, because maybe you are excited and you are mistaking your energy for fear. And so instead of being excited, which is the high vibe end of that, you're leaning towards the fearful low end of that. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, as we move on to our magic messages, I want to tell you where this came from. One of my children gave me a book called The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I encourage you to read it if you haven't. But what the first agreement is, be impeccable with your word. And what I love that he said, that I had heard before, understood before, but didn't click totally with me until I heard what he said, was, you can be creating spells and not know it. And when he said that, click. Because all I could think about is, when you're in low vibe, just like when you're in high vibe, you do the same thing, but it's just on the negative end. When you're in low vibe, is you are putting energy into other people. You are wishing things on other people. When you're low vibing, you're wishing negative things on people. So I decided to add the magic to this, because I wanted you to relate to the shadow aspect that you're working through, and what kind of magic are you putting out there on somebody else that you may not even be aware of. Or if this situation is happening to you from someone else, what kind of magic are they putting on you? So that's why I decided to do shadow and magic. So let's go ahead and see what we get here. The first one is spiritual bath. Take a spiritual bath to break curses and remove any negative vibes that have been sent your way. And I'm going to tell you personally, this is about intention. You can take a shower and do a spiritual shower. I like baths because you are immersing yourself in the water. And the true intention, if you do the visual aspect and the intention aspect, is that when you are in that water, you are releasing, you are cleansing anything on you. Okay, so from that aspect, so I use a lavender Epsom salt, and I do actually have spiritual bath salts that I've purchased. They are out there, so you got plenty of stuff to choose from. Just look around, you'll find whatever. But if you're not trying to like spend a lot of money, you can just do something simple by getting some Epsom salt, putting it in some water with something that you like, like a lavender or something like that. Really do it up, because this is about cleansing you, and this is about making you feel good and releasing. So you want that water to be cleansing water for you. You want it to raise your vibe. You want it to help you release things. Okay. So now we have reversal magic. Someone who has done magic work on you is now working to reverse magic to right or wrong. And the thing about that is, I guess they may have realized that maybe they were putting magic on you, or maybe you realized you were putting magic out there, and now you're trying to take it back. Next, we have silent white worker. Someone around you is doing white magic in secret to help you without your knowledge. Again, you got somebody helping you with putting out the light magic. We've got voodoo. Someone is doing voodoo work on you to achieve something against you. Look to other cards to see which area. So the card that well, so far I haven't seen what came underneath it, though, and maybe this is the area that they are doing this in, is love attacks. Someone is attacking your love relationships. They want to disrupt all areas of your love life, platonic and romantic. So they're really trying to create some havoc in your life. Next, we have under spiritual bath, we have black salt power, and there are black salts out there. You can find it all over the place. Use black salt to break hexes, repel unwanted energies. So, the encouragement to get some black salt and also look up how to use it, where to put it, kind of thing. We've got block removing. Whatever was holding you back has been or being removed. So your spirit team has stepped in for you, and they're removing anything that has been put on you as well. But you also need to assist by doing your spiritual bath on a regular basis. I would say at least once a week. If you're around a lot of people, though, I would say maybe a couple of times a week. I mean, I know most people don't take a bath every night, but some people do. But, whatever. It is what it is. You do what you do. Victory. You will be victorious over any attacks against you. No matter what they do, you will win. And again, this is your spiritual team saying, hey, we're here, we got you. Now, the last part of the message is the guardian angel messages. And I'm going to shuffle this on camera, because I guess I understand that I guess people think that, readers have nothing better to do than make up messages and that kind of stuff and just put out cards. I personally don't have that kind of time. And I do clear my message, my cards and everything before I do readings. So I just want you to know that for your comfort, I guess. But I'm shuffling this on camera for people that need to see me shuffle. Okay, let's go ahead and cut and see what we get here. These are the angel messages to show you where your angels are supporting you. So the first one we have here is Angel of Wisdom, helping you to take the wisdom from the lessons, but leave the pain behind. We've got Angel of Adventure, helping you to step back into that curious side of you that you were when you were a child. You were curious, you were excited, you wanted to explore, and you had nothing holding you back from doing so. You've got the Angel of the Night Sky, which tells me that, your attacks might be coming at night, and so you have the Angel of the Night who's protecting you at night, and then also maybe perhaps going out into the night and spending some time outside at night to get messages. And if you get messages, be sure to write them down immediately. Angel of Inspiration, so giving you some inspired messages at this time to bring you up out of the where is it? There was a card over here. Feeling lost. What was the other one? Just really, trying to help you with changing your perception and give you inspiration again. Okay. With, blocks. That's the other thing that's coming in, helping you to release the blocks. With inspiration. Angel of Solitude. So perhaps even though you're feeling lonely, your angels are around you to support you at this time, to bring you healing. And then you've got Angels of the Universe. So you got a whole team that's working with you right now, because Angels of the Universe to me is like, you got the crew. You got your angel crew all around you helping you at this time. You've got Angel of Faith. So really helping you to step into your faith again, because, when we're lost, We have to lean on that entity, whatever we believe, God, source, universe, spirit, Jesus, whatever you believe, we know there is someone larger than us. So whatever you believe, we have to connect to that, okay? Especially in times when we are feeling lost and we are doing shadow work, because you are digging deep and you are dealing with heavy shit when you're doing shadow work. Okay, we got Angel of Music. So, sending you messages through music to uplift you and encouraging you to use music as a way to help you at this time. We've got Angel of Gratitude. Remember what I talked about? Angel of Gratitude. Being thankful. I don't care if it's thankful for the toothbrush you got in the bathroom. I mean, seriously, breaking it down, being thankful for the smallest things in life so that you can learn to appreciate everything. And then if you get more, you even appreciate that too. But if you don't, you are not caught up in that. Okay. Now we have Angel of Remember. It's helping you to remember some things to bring your vibration up. Pleasant things, good memories is what I'm getting there. Angel of Grounding, helping you to come into balance and ground your energy. Because I'm gonna tell you, on Thursday, man, I was trying so hard to ground because I was like the ticking time bomb, and I was angry and I had so many emotions hit me like all at one time, and trying to ground in that energy is difficult. So go outside, listen to meditations for grounding, do whatever you got to do. Music can sometimes work as well. Whatever you got to do, ground your energy. And then the last one, the angel of imagination. So helping you feel like that childlike imagination again is what I'm getting there. So I do hope, Sagittarius, that this helps you. Much love and light, Lady T.